Yo. Gotta see if y'all hear me. Hold up. Check in. I'm checking on YouTube on my phone to see if y'all hear me. Trying to see if y'all hear me. Trying to see if y'all hear me. Trying to see if y'all hear me. Oh, y'all hear me. Okay. That was a little crazy right there. Let me put the link in my bio. I gotta put this here again, put another 30. All right, we live right now. Let me go on my Instagram and post it. All right, man. Hold up. We live right now. We are live. Well, I'm live right now. About to start coding algorithms in Python. Click the link in the bio. It's going to be a great lesson. Hope y'all enjoy it. I'm going live right now. So click the link in the bio. We live right now. We are live. Well, I got that. I gotta maneuver a lot of things so people can see it. Let me put it right here. Let me put it right here. Right here. This late night coding session. I should have made it late night coding session. That should have been a name. Going live right now. That should have been the name of it. Late night coding session. That should have been the exact name. So everybody is talking about crypto. Oh, see, Ethereum is up right now. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be fun too. To code some crypto. That's gonna be real fun. Real fun. All right, let's get right into it. So I'm gonna be coding. I'm gonna be coding an algorithm in Python. And the algorithm I'm going to be coding is something called bubble sort. And that's what I'm going to discuss right now. And because you hear people on YouTube that have these different YouTube channels talk about boost my likes. Please click the like button, the share button, because the algorithms make our videos and our content more visible. So first we gotta talk about what is algorithm. So the definition of algorithm is a process or a set of rules to be followed in calculations or other problem solving operations, especially by a computer. So that's self-explanatory. What's algorithms in Python? That's different. In this Python is a computer language, probably the most popular computer language. And like they said, algorithm is a step-by-step procedure which defines a set of instructions to be executed in a certain order to get the desired output. Algorithms are generally created independent of underlying language, i.e., an algorithm can be implemented in more than one program. And they got plenty of ones. They got what you call bubble sort. They got selection sort. What else they have? I'm about to name it. They have a list of it. Hold up. They got a list of it. What is bubble sort in Python? I'm just going through it. Bubble sort is a sorting algorithm used to sort list items in ascending order by comparing two adjacent values. If the first value is lower than the second value, then no swapping is done. This process is repeated until all the values in the list have been compared and swapped if necessary. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's start coding bubble sort. So it says it right here. It says bubble sort is a sorting algorithm used to sort list items in ascending order by comparing two adjacent values. If the first value is lower than the second value, then no swapping is done. So it says it right here. So if one is not greater than 2, you leave it alone. Simple. If 1 is not greater than 2, you leave it alone. If 2 is not greater than 1, which 2 is greater than 1, you swap it. Simple. Let's get right into it. I know it's been a long introduction, been 6 minutes, but I had to let y'all know what it is. All right, so let me put it here, because I got to start here because the stupid live stream, StreamYard. So we're going to be coding bubble sort algorithm. I hope I spelled algorithm wrong. That would be real embarrassing. Algorithm. We're going to be coding that. So we're going to be using a library called Numpy. And we got to explain what Numpy is. Because that's a major library you use to computing things and getting the exact output of a certain code that you try to calculate. So Numpy is a library for Python programming language, adding support for large multi-dimensional arrays and metrics, along with large collections of high-level mathematical functions to operate on these arrays. So Numpy uses arrays, and that's what we're going to be using for this code. So we're gonna do import Numpy as NP. NP is the abbreviation of Numpy. So we're gonna create a list, and it's gonna be AR. It's gonna be short for array. We're gonna create a list of random numbers, like it says. We have to create a bunch of random numbers, and we have to sort them out, and they have to be in order. If the first value is lower than the second value, we leave it alone. Simple. So let's create some numbers. Let's do 300. Let's do 2. Let's do 9999. We're gonna do big numbers, 100. Let's do 66. Let's do 22. Let's do 10. Let's do 9. My favorite number, 15. What else? We'll add lucky 7 there. We'll just 2 more numbers, 23 like Jordan, and we'll add 8 like Kobe when he first started on the Lakers. So we're gonna do that. So we're gonna create a function. We're gonna define. Def is abbreviation for define. We're gonna define function. Of course, it's bubble sort. So bubble sort. In the brackets, we're gonna put array. So now what we want to do, we need to create something so we can be able to grab every item in the list. So we're gonna initiate a variable called n, and it's gonna be equal to the length, and then we're gonna put in the brackets, we're gonna put array, the length of the array, so the length of this list. That's how we're gonna do it. And now so we gotta create something that actually go through the list inside. Like all the items in the list, we have to get something to navigate through that. So it needs to be something to navigate that. So you see this mouse, it got to be something navigate. Let me see if I could. Yeah, I forgot how to. Oh, here we go. Let me make it bigger so y'all can see. So we need something to navigate. You know, let me make sure y'all see everything. Okay, y'all see everything. So we got to create something to navigate. So this mouse represents me iterating through this list. So for I in range of n, which is the name of, it's on the name that we initiate the length of the list to be. So we're gonna put a bullet bracket there because we have to create something else. We have to combine it. We have to now we have to be able to create something that could swap each value of the list. Each item of the list. So we have to create another. We got to create another for loop. That's what it's called, for loop. So because a for loop, it loops. It goes through a list and then it goes back to the beginning. So it'll go through a list. If you have a bunch of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, it'll go to 1 and then it'll go back to the beginning, then go to 2, go back to the beginning. That's for loop. We'll do that another time. So we're gonna create something for J this time in range, and then we're gonna put n that represents the list. Then we're gonna put minus I, which iterating through the list, and then we're gonna put 1. We're gonna put 1 because we're gonna want the values to only switch one time. So that's what we're gonna create. So let's go back to the definition of it. Let me see if I could share that part of it. Oh, that'll probably mess it up. I went to go back to that part so y'all could really understand it. But I'll read it again. So what we try to do is again, bubble sort is sorting algorithm used to sort list items in ascending order by comparing two adjacent values. If the first value is lower than the second value, then no swapping is done. This process is repeated until all values in the list have been compared and swapped if necessary. So we're gonna do less than and greater than. So we're gonna do greater than. So we're gonna create something called if. This is simple logic. If array J is greater than array J plus 1. J plus 1. We ain't done. Array J dot array. Hold up. Boo-boo there. It's not dot. Because we gotta you always gotta put a comment here because we adding something else. Remember, we adding this array J plus 1. So this is where the swapping is gonna happen. If the first value is if it's higher than the second value of if it's higher than the second value, you're supposed to swap. If it's not, just leave it alone. So we're gonna put equals, and then we're gonna just do it again. We're gonna put array. This is all the swap. This is where the swap happens. J plus, and then we're gonna add 1, and then a comma. We just repeat it again. This is where the swapping happens. And then we're gonna just put J. So this is where the swapping is gonna happen. So this say right here. Hold on, let me scroll down. Or let me zoom out because I want y'all to see it. Hold up. Let me go back. So y'all can make sure y'all see. Okay, I see it here. All right. Hold up. All right. So what we got here is we create a list so far. We create a function, define bubble sort, and in the brackets we have the array. Then we initiate a variable n equals length of the array. Then for I in range of n, so we iterating through the list. So we iterating through the length of the list. Then for j in range of n minus I minus 1. So we created something that we could go to each item one by one, and then we create something that we could switch. So if array j is greater than array j plus 1, hold up. Yeah, if array j is greater than array j plus 1 plus a swap. And then you have right here array j and array j plus 1 equals array j plus 1 and array j. So this is all the swapping is going to happen. So if that first value, so what it's going to do is if the first value is not greater than 2, you leave it alone. But the first value is greater than 2, so it swaps. It swaps that, and then it goes back to the beginning, and then it goes back. It goes, so 300 would be here, so it goes back to 300. So is 300 greater than 99,999? No, so it stays there. Now it's on. So it checks through here. Okay, 2 is right. Now 300 is right. Now 900 is right. Now let's go to 100. It goes to 100 now. So now it's 999. It goes to 100. So it's 100. Wait, hold up. I messed up. Hold up. Got a brain fart here. Sorry. So D swap. So 300 is right here. Is 300 greater than 9999? No. So 300 stays there. Now it goes to 999. Is 999 greater than 100? No. So 100 is right here. It's in the third index in the list. So they swap. So it goes back to the beginning. So now we have 2, we have 300, we have 100, and 999 is right here. So it's 9999 is right here. So it's 999 less than 66. So keep swapping. That's what I meant. Less than 66, because it says it right there. If the first value is less than if it's not less than the second value, you leave it alone. But it is less than, so it swaps. My bad. I had to I messed it up. So if 300 is not less than 2, 300 is not less than 2, so it needs to swap. So 300 would be here, and then it keeps doing it through the list to switch to everything is in order. I made that so difficult what it was. I'm so sorry, guys. I made it so difficult what it was. So what we're gonna do is we wanna output the code now. So I gotta line it up with n. Damn. Hold up. So I gotta line it up with n. With the length of the array. So we're gonna return it. We're gonna return it now. We're gonna return the array. And now we're gonna print bubble sort. We're gonna print bubble sort. ARR, the name of it, and we should get an output. And we got an output. I gotta put it here so you can see. So you see it. So the output you see is in order. 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 22, 23, 66, 100, 399. So it's all in order from the less than all the way to greater than. It's in order 2, 7. You see the bigger number is at the end, and you see the least number in the list is in the beginning. So that is bubble sort algorithms. That was so difficult to explain, but we got through it. All right, so now we're gonna code something fun now. Something fun. So we're gonna code something called class. So do we need to explain class? Yeah, we need to explain class so y'all can understand it. What class is. I want to make sure I get the right definition for you guys. What is class in Python? I want to make sure I get the right definition for you guys. What is class? A class is a code template for creating objects. Objects have member variables and have behavior associated with them. In Python, a class is created by the keyword class. An object is created using a constructor or of the class. So we're going to create a class right now called My Favorite TV Show. My favorite TV show. Or shows. My favorite TV shows. We're going to create a class and we're going to create a function, but it's going to be called a thunder function. People call it init, but the proper name for that is the thunder method. And you always want to put self inside the brackets in class. Always got to put self. So we're going to put episode. This is going to be an abbreviation of an episode. EPS1, EPS2, EPS3. And we want to make sure you put the bulletin, or the bullets, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to put self dot EPS1. And then it's going to be EPS1. So we'll just copy this because we got to keep repeating it. But this will be 2. And this will be 3. Very, very simple code. Then we gotta initiate a variable. So we'll put S1 as the variable name, and then we have to put my TV shows. We gotta put my TV shows, and then we gotta put in the brackets our TV shows. So my favorite TV show is Martin, number 1. Number 2 is the Wayne's Brothers. Huge fan of Wayne's Brothers. We put Wayne's Bros. And 3, Kings and Queens. Love that show. Kevin James is my favorite comedian. Don't ask me why. All right, so we did that. So we created our class. We created the episodes in order that we wanted in order for our top 3. Now we about to start printing it out. So we're gonna print. We initiate the variable S1 here. So we're gonna put S1 and we're gonna put dot and then EPS1, because that's supposed to be Martin. That's episode 1. Episode 2 is Wayne's Brothers. Episode 3, because we already initiated that variable with my TV shows. So let me just copy this right here, so we won't have to just keep going through it. And this would be 2. Print. Oh, I don't even know why I did that. Oh, it's too late now. Might as well print it out. EPS3. So now this should all print out Martin, Wayne's Brothers, Kings and Queens in that order. Let's see. Oh, we got an error here, and I wonder why. Let's see what's the error. Y'all probably know the error too. I know y'all probably know the error. Why did not let me lift this up? All right, so the error, because it's very important to read the error. So they says name my TV shows is not defined. So it says on line 29, S1 equals my TV shows. So something is wrong. Line 29. So it's right here. Something is wrong right here. But I know it's wrong because it's EPS2, EPS2. Don't supposed to be like that. This is right, but we got to add 3 here because we're missing a 3. So let's see if that works now. So it still says something wrong. So we got that correct, but it says my TV show is not defined. Why? I'm telling you, coding, they want everything precise because capital M right here, lowercase m right here, it won't work. It won't work. So now let's run it. Let's see if it works now. And we got it. So you see it right here. I wish I could see it bigger, but Martin, it says Martin, Wayne's Brothers, Kings and Queens. That's our output code for that. We'll do dictionaries another time. We'll end it here. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Enjoyed this live coding and this lesson. And I'll see you when I see you. This is On the Dot Line Podcast coding session after dark. Hope y'all enjoy it. Peace out. Enjoy.